It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
And here we go, everybody. Tonight's broadcast will feature the Utah Jazz matched up against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Looking at the Thunder, it'll be interesting to see where they take the game plan tonight. Offensively, do they rely on one or two guys to carry the load, or do they spread the wealth? We'll see. And one of those guys who may be overlooked at times, but I tell you, the guy can play. Joe Ingles.
Dead-eye shooter. Dead-eye. Ernie, if you leave him open, he has a nice high release, doesn't flinch when defenders come around.
And he was undrafted, Mike. He just kept grinding. He defends. He knows how to compete, knows how to play, Mike.
Remember, we interviewed Joe Ingles after a playoff game once, and I goaded Shaq into saying, ask him to put another shrimp on the Barbie. And so you said?
Shiver me timbers.
Yeah, and
which was nothing like shrimp
Joe
on the
Ingles.
Barbie.
Joe Ingles says that's the worst he's ever heard.
It's not the
Salt Lake City, Utah, fully illuminated tonight as we get a look at our broadcast setting from the skies high above. Hi, thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. It's a Monday afternoon broadcast. DA, it's all yours.
Head coach Quinn Snyder is trying to help the Jazz break through in a crowded Western Conference. Snyder said, "There's always challenges, and I'm comfortable with adversity. I just want to keep the right perspective. I've got something that I love to do." And Kevin, he is one of the biggest reasons the Jazz is always a factor.
He is doing a great job. Thank you, DA. Brent, two explosive backcourts. When you were playing, who was the toughest guard that you found to defend?
Well, I would start off with a guy named Allen Iverson. And the reason that I start with that, Kevin, the reason I start with Kevin is I just saw the back of the jersey all the time, so I remember Iverson clear as day. But if I went deeper, I would tell you guarding the Hall of Famer Mitch Richmond at the time when he was playing for the Sacramento Kings. They would run an offensive set, much like for Reggie Miller, multiple screens by a bunch of guys who were big and strong. That was not good for me to try to fight through those kind of screens. But if you gave Mitch Richmond 8 inches, 2 points.
And Richmond was strong and had bulk to his body.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me.
I can see the bruises. So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Robertson and Gallinari at the small and power forward positions. Chris Paul is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Adams in at the 5 down low. And for Utah, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. At the forward slots, it's Bogdanovic and Ingles. And it's Gobert in at the 5.
So creative right there. Paul's fantastic at finding ways to get inside and capitalize, whether it's him or a teammate.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. Back to Conley. From the arc. Good on the triple.
And that's exactly what he's looking for. Draining the triple.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Covered by Mitchell. Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
Gilgeous-Alexander is such a tough cover for opposing guards, especially at his size.
Conley against Paul. Shoots. And again, it's Utah.
A bit of a picture-perfect start here to this game. They've connected on all 3 looks.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Gallinari. And the shot goes in.
Nice body control there by Gallo. He gets bodied up a little bit and executes that finish flawlessly.
Well, when Danilo Gallinari came into the NBA, Brent, he was just a catch-and-shoot type player. But he's so much more than that now.
Well, I think with the way the league has changed with the three-point shot and Gallinari's ability to do that, he's gotten a lot smarter about picking his spots when the pump fake can drive in and draw some contact.
And he gets the bucket. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his second basket of the game.
Now, they can't miss. 4 for 4 and warming up the burner.
Mitchell kicks to Bogdanovic. Fires from deep. And Utah, another 3.
Man, they're making everything and look confident. 5 shots, 5 makes.
Here's Robertson. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Now, Gallinari at that size can do a little bit of everything, and I like to see him dishing the rock.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. Mitchell outside. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let-up, GA. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Utah leading. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. 2 minutes. Here's Bogdanovic. Scored the basket. His second of 2 attempts.
And I like the commitment from Bogdanovic. Even when he gets knocked around, he stays focused on the rim.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder.
And for Coach Billy Donovan of the Thunder, a lot on the line. In his last year of a 5-year contract with the team, the end result of this team will determine his future with the franchise.
Well, this team has never missed the playoffs under his watch, and the interesting thing with the massive trades that happen in the offseason, how much Billy Donovan gets the opportunity now to teach and coach this group of players.
And so here is Oklahoma City following the bucket by the Jazz. And Noel kicks to Gallinari. Over O'Neal. A nice shot by Gallinari.
Sweet shot from Gallo. So many ways he can hurt you.
Utah leading by 4. No one near Conley as he lets it go. And Utah another 3.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this game.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That is his first foul of the game. And the Jazz with some changes. Jeff Green, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. And it's Exum in for Mike Conley. Noel down low. He's guarded by Davis. Here's Schroeder. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Well, fighting through some defense right there. Schroeder showing some offensive confidence right now.
Exum passes to Davis. Count that one.
Great use of the bounce pass. Thumbs down on that one, Kevin. Tough to defend against.
Here's Schroeder. 2 for 1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Pass to Noel. Gallinari outside. From the wing. Again, the Thunder score.
And the jump shot from Gallo, pure there. Perfect form.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Moutier passes to Davis. He kicks to Exum. Loads it up for Davis. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Well, 2 things happening there. Ed Davis has tremendous ups, and secondarily, because of those long arms, you could throw that anywhere.
The 3-pointer is right on target. Gallinari's got 9.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
From deep 3-point range, unable to get that one. And so it's Mike Conley making highlights for the Utah Jazz. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. During his tenure in Utah, Coach Quinn Snyder has quickly earned the appreciation of his players, including Rudy Gobert.
Very lucky to have a coach like that. He really takes everything, with heart, and he wants us to be the best defensive team in the league, as I do. And I think when the coach and the players are on the same page, usually, good things happen.
Coach Snyder doing a terrific job with his team.
Just a great tactician, and he's clearly got his guys buying in to his message.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take on Utah so far?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
So much unselfish play out there. The coaching staff has to be thrilled with that.
They've got Exum. Davis is out there with Green. Then it's O'Neal. And it's Moutier in at the shooting guard. That's the group for Utah getting going here in the second. That shot off, and it's Oklahoma City the other way.
Well, it's been up and down the last few years for Nerlens Noel, but there are still some impactful numbers for the minutes that he's on the floor as a rim protector.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And it's Exum with the ball, who will bring it up for the Jazz. The pass to O'Neal, the tray, and that comes off the assist by Exum. Exum's got 3 assists in the game. And for Noel, his numbers will never match the visual impact he has on the floor, wouldn't you say?
Oh, he's definitely a player about the little things out there. Just being a rim protector, making sure the guys think about him when they're attacking the rim.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. A different look for Utah. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Davis. Bogdanovich comes in for O'Neal. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Emmanuel Mudiay. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Nerlens Noel. Andre Robertson comes in for Gallinari. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander checked in for Terrence Ferguson. And Paul subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Lets a floater go, and there's the nice layup by Ingles.
When a player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is. What about the courage right there, sacrificing his body to get the high percentage attempt at the rim?
Utah leading by 3. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. But players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. Some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you. And with the summer's acquisition of Mike Conley, Greg, the Utah Jazz hoping to make a step in the West.
And really, Mike Conley, their best point guard since they traded away Darren Williams back in 2011. Alongside Bogdanovich, a big upgrade offensively, and he can hold his own on the defensive side as well.
Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Utah. Conley now comes in for Dante Exum. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Mitchell finds Gobert. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Passes to Robertson. Adams with it. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Paul with the 3. Ingles with the rebound. Jazz leading by 5. Conley into the lane. Lays it up off the glass. Conley's got 10 points in the game.
All the way to the bucket. No resistance. Just swipe the candy from him.
Here's Robertson on target from 13 feet.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Conley with it. Now defended by Adams. It's stolen by Adams. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Again, Oklahoma City.
Well, he's capable of making you pay there, Gilgeous-Alexander, in a nice rhythm.
Mitchell is double. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Drops in the breakaway layup. Now just a 1-point Jazz lead. 1:21 left in the second quarter. Ball against Conley. Sinks that one from the post. 12 points for him.
You know, a good job by the defender of not getting fooled by the step back, but he still got the shot to fall.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
Really 2019, an up-and-down year and an almost MVP caliber performance from one Paul George. And there were times when they stood out in the Western Conference as possibly the best team and ended up settling for a 6th seed and an exit in the first round.
Ed Davis is checked in for Joe Ingles.
Great to have Noel active like that, proving how dangerous he can be on the inside.
It's stolen by Schroeder. There's 48 seconds left here in the second. Here's Noel. Here's Ferguson. Covered by Mitchell. Pass to Adams. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Jazz have gotten all but one of their 7 shots in the second quarter to drop. Pretty impressive. And there it is for him. 14 points for Mike Conley.
Not getting old here, seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Jazz. Here's Bogdanovich. And the rejection by Noel.
Noel in there to intimidate and does so there.
And that one's good. Schroeder.
Excellent job of simply taking what the defense offered up.
Conley with it. On deep. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Thunder out in front as they end the second quarter on a 12-4 run. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Billy, balanced scoring for your team. How pleased are you with the way they're keeping everybody involved offensively?
Well, those guys, I think, have done a really good job of moving the ball and sharing the ball, and they're finding open men and they're willing passers, and I think because of that, they've been efficient offensively.
Open shots tend to be made. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA. Danilo Gallinari was the story of the first quarter. He had 9 points, 2 assists, and 1 rebound. Kenny, let's get your take on Oklahoma City.
Well, I think to shoot a high percentage, the offense has to be in sync. And in the first half, those guys were sharing the basketball, playing for each other. Now it becomes a matter of being consistent at it.
And Shaq, how do you think the Jazz were playing?
The second half is gut check time for the defense. Allowing over 60% shooting is weak sauce. Weak barbecue sauce, weak Butterfinger sauce, weak sauce period. The coach needs a light fire under these guys. You don't want to do it, I'll do it, Ernie.
And that's going to do it for us.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. We're seeing a tremendous game from Mike Conley.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So the Thunder 5 right now. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Chris Paul. And it's Robertson in at the small forward position. Pass to Gobert. Now here's Mitchell. He's guarded closely. Conley with it. Defended by Adams. Conley gets the bucket. Brent, offensive versatility, all the rage now. Which guards do you think do the best job of generating offense with their back to the basket?
I don't know so much as these guys are playing with their back to the basket, Kevin, so much as they're finding ways to get the ball without a dribble at about 15 feet away from the basket. So one dribble, we're at the rim. They're very effective at the mid-range. Chris Paul and DeMar DeRozan have had tremendous efficiency from those areas on the floor. So those are the kind of players that put some pressure on your defense because they're starting their offense so close to the basket and they're effective with which they do it. Not on the post, not on the perimeter, and they're finding ways to be impactful.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, coming into the 2017 draft, Donovan Mitchell wasn't sure he was ready for the NBA. Mitchell said, I worked out in the summer with Paul George and Chris Paul. They were the ones who convinced me to keep my name in the draft. They said, look, you're good enough. Just go out there and show it. Kevin, through a couple of seasons in Utah, that's exactly what Mitchell has done.
He has made an instant impact on the NBA and the Jazz, D.A. Thank you. O'Neal's checked in for the Jazz. Emmanuel Mudiay comes in for Donovan Mitchell. Here's Gallinari, and a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Gallinari's got 4 this quarter.
Guys, he can't miss. I swear, he was trying to miss that. He did not miss. That means he can't miss. Okay, good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
Feeds it to Muscala. Robinson kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Mudiay. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Mike Muscala. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Utah. Green comes in for Joe Ingles. And it's Dante Exum in for Mike Conley. Nerlens Noel checks in for Oklahoma City. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Now, here's Exum. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. 6 on the shot clock. Green cans the shot with nobody near him. Green's got his second bucket.
And that is a shot that Green knocks down consistently. The defense has to try harder to contest him from there.
Jazz trail by 6.
And every season, the Thunder continue to be one of the more dominating teams on the West.
Just wonder how much Steven Adams has been the catalyst for that kind of mentality. We know that offensively he's always in there to grab rebounds, but it's part of what they know is important in any possession is collecting the ball.
Noel passes to Muscala, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
And it's Mudiay with the ball. He brings it up for Utah. There's the pass to Exum. The basket good off the assist for Mudiay. Mudiay's got his 4th assist in this one.
That's exactly what you want Mudiay doing, seeing the open man and firing that pass over to him for the clean look.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Ed Davis is checked in for Green. Bogdanovich comes in for Royce O'Neal. And Mike Conley subbed in for Emmanuel Mudiay. Here's Bogdanovich. He has 5 for the tie. And Conley gets it to go. The assist from Bogdanovich. Conley's got the game tied up here for the Jazz. Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Schroeder, left side, for the 3. Connects from three-point range. Schroeder's got 9.
Defense pretty solid there, but Schroeder finds a way to knock one down.
Conley, the pass to Davis. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Mike Muscala. That'll be his second foul of the game. Donovan Mitchell's checked in for Utah.
Substitution for the Jazz. Donovan Mitchell.
On defense, Oklahoma City. It's a 3-point game. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play. Conley will go to the line here. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel. Greg, some folks suspected Conley might be moved when Memphis had a shot at drafting John Morant right before the draft that deal took place.
I tell you what, he looks to be a great fit in Utah. Can be that third star the team needs to push them to the next level. Utah had to give up a fair sum to get him, but it was worth the risk.
Inside, here's Muscala. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder.
A fantastic move right there. Just that quick little reverse layup.
They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
Conley kicks to Bogdanovic. And the layup's good off the glass. 7 points in the game.
And you got to appreciate the determination that Bogdanovic showed there. When he puts it on the deck, he's looking to finish at the basket. And whatever intensity was lacking there in the first half, you're seeing it on display here now.
You asked for those hustle plays earlier in the game. We're seeing them now.
Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight, Kevin. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
For Utah, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
Count that one. And the Thunder lead by 2.
Now, Gilgeous-Alexander, with that height at his position, allows him to do so many things other guys really pretty much dream of.
Here's Mitchell. Hits it from 3-point range. Mitchell's got 5 points now in the quarter. Knocks it loose. And he trains the 3, but let's see. They may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the 4th.
And even though, you're thinking maybe we don't need a replay in a situation like this, still plenty of time left in this game, and really it's about getting the call right.
And it looks like they got it right this time. No basket. The clock had expired while the ball was still in his hand.
Yeah, and even if they don't show it, I know the refs are proud of themselves after a replay proves them right.
And so it's Mike Conley making highlights for Utah. A terrific quarter for him. And now he has a total of 27 points. Shouldn't take him long to get up over 30. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Doesn't happen with every point guard in the league as far as setting your teammates up. Lots more scorers now, but right there creating the scoring opportunity for his teammates.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter, what is still anybody's ballgame. Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Bogdanovic out there with Davis, and it's Gobert in at the 5 spot. That's the group right now for Utah. Schroeder dishes to Gallinari. Ferguson for 3, gets the 3-pointer to fall. Ferguson's got it all tied up now for Oklahoma City. And so Conley will bring the ball up for Utah. Dishes it to Davis, and that one falls coming off Conley's feet.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Passes it to Noel. 4th quarter still young, just over a minute play. Here's Adams, and there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. Utah called for the foul.
That's a guy out there in Steven Adams that you just have to pay attention to. Every night he's going to bang around the opposing big guys and be a threat around the rim to score and pick up offensive rebounds.
And with Adams on the offensive glass, he is impossible to move.
Well, that's a big reason why a couple years ago, Kevin, he grabbed more offensive rebounds than defensive rebounds, so you know he's going to live in the paint.
Joe Ingles is checked in for the Jazz. Conley gets the bucket. Conley's got 29 in the game.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Back to Gallinari. Oklahoma City moving it around. Here's Robertson. It's good from long range. And the Thunder lead by 1.
Well, the outside shot's still a whip, a work in progress, but the team needs Robertson to hit these to keep the floor spaced.
Here's Gobert. Good on the bucket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Gallinari. Again, Oklahoma City.
Not only is Gallo on a roll, but now he's getting clean looks.
Jazz have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. Mitchell passes to Ingles. Conley against Paul. Pass to Gobert. Lock at 6. Here's Mitchell. The fader. It's rebounded by Robertson.
Well, with his touch from mid-range, Kevin, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Conley against Paul. Over Conley. The shot's good from Paul. And now a 3-point Oklahoma City lead.
Yeah, just love how Chris Paul steps up and nails crucial baskets. A huge momentum-changing shot there.
And the Jazz call time here. You look at Gallinari, what a contribution.
And he's in a complete groove right now. I don't think they can stop him altogether, but they at least need to make him work a little harder than he has been.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Danilo Gallinari.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Quinn Snyder's huddle. He told them, hey, guys, this is a close game, but if we execute right here, I like our chances. There's no need for hero ball. Trust one another. Make the simple play. Kevin, back to you.
That bucket in no time at all. Chris Paul's got 9 points here in the second half.
Shot selection from Chris Paul on point there, an efficient shooter off the dribble.
Here's Mitchell. It's good again. That's a great shooting night so far.
And challenging the bigger defender coming through in the biggest moment.
Yeah, this is a big-time moment, and so him stepping up his intensity, staying in attack mode, that's nice.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Man, he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
Paul kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. They get it back. Gallinari finds Paul. Now Robertson. Over by Conley. Stolen by Mitchell. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Donovan Mitchell.
Gilgeous-Alexander, such an intriguing prospect coming out of Kentucky. I can't wait to watch in a new system how it is that he starts to understand and develop further his offensive play.
Gets the first, and that ties the game up. So making both free throws, that'll give them the lead here.
And you just have to understand that hours and hours of practice mean that clutch free throws become easy.
The try. Hammering it in. Guys, what a game. 8 lead changes here.
And don't be surprised if it comes down to the last possession.
Paul outside. Gets the buckets and the foul. Michael Conley picks one up.
That is world class.
I've seen that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Falls for Paul.
Yeah, not the guy that you want to put at the line in these moments. He's not missing these.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Utah Jazz. A huge shot to tie it up. Sounds like a rock concert in here.
And guys, that was the bucket they have been waiting for.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Bullseye!
Gilgeous-Alexander gonna celebrate that one.
Absolutely critical chance right here.
They need this one to go their way.
26 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Got it! Big shot brings them to within just one.
When a player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line. Shoot two.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
At this point in his career, Chris Paul is all about trying to get that elusive championship. He'll play whatever role it takes to get that mission done.
Utah calls timeout. They're trailing by 2. There's 21 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, what do you think?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
Well, they just need a solid play right now, and Coach going through his index cards to find one to get something going.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Nope. Every opportunity here have to have flawless execution.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
The try by Mitchell. It falls! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
Ties it up with that one. You know, he's such a smart scorer. He doesn't force anything, lets the opportunities come to him.
Ball against Conley. To the wing on the left. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Count it!
Chris Paul at his best right there on that kind of play. A legendary distributor who spots the open man.
So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.